We're staying in our modifying objects.dwg file, and we're going to take a look now at the offset and mirror commands in AutoCAD. Now, sometimes commands are available to you on the shortcut menu. Let me show you what I mean. If I select this line here, like so, and I right-click, you'll notice I've got some commands on the shortcut menu. I've got scale, rotate, copy, move, erase, etc. Now, those are the only ones available to you on the shortcut menu. The rest of the modify commands are up here on the modify panel on the home tab on the ribbon. I'm going to expand the modify panel here like so and pin it open just in case we need any of those other commands as well. It's always a good habit to get into that if you do need those extra commands. Just pin it open so that they don't keep disappearing back into the ribbon. I'm going to hit escape a couple of times just to deselect that line as well, like so. Now, we're going to take a look at the offset and the mirror commands. Now, funnily enough, the offset is this one here, just in the corner normally of the modify panel. I'm going to click on offset and come into the drawing area. Now, this is one of the modify commands where you don't select the objects first. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. You specify your offset distance. Now, my offset distance is going to be 75 millimeters. You'll see why in a moment. I just press enter to confirm, and now it prompts me to select the object I want to offset. So you'll see the select object prompt is after you've set the offset distance. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on my line there like so. Now, depending on which side of the line I move, can you see it will offset either side in the same plane as the line? Now, I'm going to offset to the left, so I'm going to move the crosshair to the left, left click again to confirm the side that I want to offset, and there's my offset line like so. Now, I can go and offset elsewhere. I could select this object here like so. If I select that one, again, look, you see, I can do 75 either side there if I wanted to. I don't want to, so I'm just going to hit escape a couple of times to cancel the offset command. Obviously, if you've only just offset something, you can press enter as well to close the offset command. Now, you'll notice there that I've offset this line to create this line. What I'm going to do now is kind of combine the mirror command into this. So the mirror command is right here. Now, you'll notice mirror and also offset are not available on that right-click shortcut menu. You do have to go to the modify panel. So there's the mirror command there. So I select mirror like so and come into the drawing area. Now, this is one of the commands in AutoCAD where as soon as you select the command, it prompts you to select the objects. So I want to show you something here that might be useful to you or might not. Remember we talked about selection in the previous video? Well, I'd like you to hit escape a couple of times and cancel the mirror command. What I'll do now is I'll right click and go to options like we've done previously, and we're going to go to the selection tab again in options. There is this one here, selection mode, noun verb selection. Now what this means is you can select an object and then the command, which is really quite useful if you think about it, because you've got the object already selected. So you just say, oh, I'm going to select that line and I'm going to mirror it. Hence, noun verb selection. The line is the noun. The verb, obviously, is mirror, the doing word, as my son would call it. So what we've got there is a setting that makes our life a lot easier. Let me show you what I mean. If I just cancel that for the moment, and what I do now is I select my line, and then I go up to the mirror command. So noun, mirror is the verb. It prompts me now for the first point of the mirror line because it already knows which object you need to mirror, which is that line. If I hit escape a couple of times now, just to cancel all of that, right click again and go back to options into the selection tab, and I switch that off and okay it, watch what happens. I select the line, which is the noun. I go up to mirror, which is the verb, and it prompts me to select objects again. I have to select the line again. So that noun verb selection saves on a step in that particular command workflow. So it's really useful if you have that noun verb selection switched on. So I'm going to hit escape a couple of times again, right click, back to options, and make sure that noun verb selection is on. If you get any command that has a select objects prompt as its first part of its workflow, that noun verb selection will save you a couple of clicks. So make sure it's on in the selection tab in the options and OK it. So I select my line. Let's get back to that mirror command. I select mirror and it says, hey, I know that you've selected that line. I know that you want to mirror it. So we're going to select the first point of the mirror line. Make sure your object snaps are on down here on the status bar. And we're going to go end point of the green line, not the blue selected line. So end point there. I'm going to come up to the midpoint there of the green line again. And can you see it's mirroring the left-hand selected blue line over the central line? And we click one more time on the midpoint. Do we want to erase the original object we selected to mirror? In this case, no, I don't, because it forms the other face of the other wall that I'm trying to create in this particular command. So erase source objects is a no, and there's our line there. So we've created that line there by mirroring that line there by using the middle line, that line there, as our mirror line. So what we're going to do now is we're going to erase the middle line. We don't need that anymore. So we can just delete that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go up to the line command and we're going to draw a line from endpoint there to endpoint there. Enter to finish. Obviously, it's on the furniture layer because that's our current drafting layer. So I'll just jump to match properties, pick one of these lines and select our little orange line. Enter to finish. And we've now created an internal wall using our offset and mirror commands. We've also learned about noun verb selection in the options dialog box as well.